I can't stop thinking about that video that the Securities and Exchange Commission, paid for and produced. Obviously, Gary Gensler had to approve it, right? Where they would make it like it was a game show, and the person's like, "I picked to invest in meme stocks," and then you see his money, go down to the garbage, and they threw the pie in his face. I can't stop thinking about it because I'm trying to just psychologically understand why they would do something like that. It's basically A or B. It's A, they're telling us, to go F ourselves, and that we're never gonna let, I'm not trying to be fun or anything like that, but we're not gonna let this happen. Or choice B, they know it's about to happen. And they're just trying to save the economy from collapsing and get as many people to sell as possible. And because how could they do that, right? How could they put a video out like that? I mean, it's a disgrace. Like, it's Gary Gensler's job to protect the investors, the retail investors, all investors. And what right does he have, and what right does the SEC have to make a mockery, to make fools out of us? It's almost like, look, a lot of us, including myself, are down a large amount of money right now. And what, I mean, I think, I know you're going to say it's freedom of speech, I get it, but how can I explain this? Let me give you an analogy. Imagine like a police officer, right? So it's his job to protect, obviously, protect and serve. And let's just say there's a situation where there's a guy who's robbing another person and puts a gun to their head. And the cop goes over there, pats the guy in the back, who's got the gun. And he's like, "Hey, man, you want me to help you out with this robbery? You want me to?" And then the cop points the gun at the same guy. And it's kind of like they split the robbery. Let's say they steal $1,000. The cop takes $500. The robber takes $500. It's like, that's how I feel about the SEC. It's like, what are they doing? What are they doing here? They're mocking investors, retail investors that in some cases lost a very large sum of money. They're down right now. I just feel it's such a disgrace, and I just feel something has to be done about this. We can't let them get away with this. I know nobody's going to want to do anything, but we really should protest or do something. It's such a disgrace. I wish I had the opportunity to just speak on, mainstream media on behalf of the AMC apes and the GameStop apes, because trust me, even if you hate me, I know a lot of people hate me, but I would give it to the raw, old, dirty bastard style. I mean, I wouldn't hold back. I would tear Gary Gensler up for this, man. I would rip him to shreds for this. How dare you? Like, where do you get off, man? Where do you get your balls, you piece of garbage, to humiliate and just completely, just tell us right in our faces, go F yourself? It's an outrage. It's an absolute outrage. He's supposed to be looking out for our best interest. Obviously, you don't have to be Sigmund Freud, Albert Einstein, or a rocket scientist to figure out that the SEC does not have the retail investor or any investor's best interest at heart. And that's why I have a lot of respect for Elon Musk. Elon Musk came right out and he says, "I have absolutely no respect for the SEC. No respect for them." And you know what? I don't blame him. How could you respect the SEC? There are a bunch of fake phonies that pretend that they have the public's and the investors' best interest at heart. It's all a pretend. It's a game. Well, they're probably all on the payroll, allegedly. No different than anybody. No different than Janet Yellen, who's getting paid hundreds of thousands from Citadel for all her speeches. I mean, I got to tell you, I can't stop thinking about that pie in the face video. I really want to take a pie and just slam it in Gary Gensel's face.